Hey guys, red and black greetings. This has to be Flamengo because right now it isn't. And Arrascaeta spoke up. He spoke up, okay? And there are people who say, oh no, that's not what he meant. No, he spoke up. He spoke up, okay? He's talking about the commitment that he has, he and a few others have, but that many that don't have, okay? Because there were players 2 days before traveling to Argentina, a day and a half before, in the middle of the night, leaving Sapucaí. A little tipsy, right? A little tipsy. Is that the behavior of a millionaire squad? No, that's not behavior. Sorry, but that's not the behavior of a millionaire squad. You can't have an athlete 2 days before a trip, an important match at a Sapucaí box. There has to be at least a minimum of commitment, a minimum of awareness to understand that you're an athlete, right? And that's something Jorge Jesus definitely wouldn't accept. Jorge Jesus wouldn't accept that. For sure, I have no doubt that he wouldn't accept it. Jardim, right? Leonardo Jardim, he wouldn't accept a player 2 days before traveling for a decisive match, being in a carnival box seat, right? He wouldn't accept it. I doubt he would accept it. And that's what's missing. What's missing is a firm hand. A firm hand. That's what's missing. Arrascaeta's free kick didn't quite work out, which is typical for him early in the year. He usually improves as the season goes on. I'm not criticizing Arrascaeta, really. That's not my intention. It's not because I liked his free kick. It's because he called the guys out. He called the guys out. He called out the players and he did it. It's clear to me that someone else needs to solve this too. And the ones who have to solve it are Felipe and Boto. They have to solve it. They have to call the guys out. They have to do it. Who is the one who does the job of supervisor? Who is the one who acts as supervisor to settle things with the guy? Go up to a guy like this and say, man, you were at Sapucaí in a very important person box 2 days before the trip. Yeah, it's your day off. But come on, man. What kind of athlete behavior is that, Felipe also can't understand that Leo Ortiz isn't having a good start to the year. That Vitão is ahead of him, that they spent money, man. They spent a lot of cash to sign Vitão, just not to use him. Leo Ortiz, he almost gave it away, right? He tried. When I say that, I don't mean he wanted to give it away, okay? I mean he almost gave it away by making a mistake. In the first half, with the ball he lost there on the right side of Flamengo's defense, and in the second half with the goal too, man, it's unbelievable. And Flamengo was already giving it away. With the goal that was disallowed, the ball hitting the crossbar, and also how easily the guy chipped Rossi wide open, the guy, man, kind of without an angle, but Flamengo just lets those guys play. It could have been 3 or 4 goals and the Recopa would be over. So guys, it's unacceptable. Flamengo's attitude is unacceptable. Those guys showed up at the airport just now. Flamengo just arrived at the airport this morning, and it's unacceptable, my friends. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. They will have a day off today. Rossi isn't at fault, and he's staying in Argentina, right? He didn't come back because of the day off. He's going to take advantage of the Friday off to spend time with friends and family in Argentina. But they really should give them time off and all that, but it just makes me so upset. There should be a rule that when a team plays badly, plays without motivation, plays sloppily, like they did yesterday, they shouldn't get time off because, man, it's not possible. I mean, put the time off for later or something, but it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, they arrived and there was no one there demanding anything, right? During Jorge Jesus' time, fans would show up at the airport demanding answers over much less, and that always helped. Because, damn, I'm not saying that fans have to go there to fight or cause trouble, nothing like that. It's just for the players to realize that there is pressure. There are people there, man, so what's up? Aren't you going to play? Aren't you going to get through this? What's going on? Fans don't have to attack. They don't have to throw anything at the guys. No, a little popcorn sometimes is fine. That's not aggression, right? A little popcorn sometimes is fine. Now the guy just arrives calmly, right? And then I even saw Felipe Luis there. I don't know if he's a businessman leaving with an older man next to him. Then he said, good morning, right? And I just remembered that old man from that meme, good morning, go on, take it, right? That's all I remembered. Let's follow Flamengo's arrival then, this sad arrival of Flamengo. Coluna do FLA, subscribe to Coluna do Fla. Content they made there, they sent it for us to use in partnership with Coluna do Fla, right? Thank you, and I want to express my gratitude. So, Simon Ledo and everyone there, Igor, Yuri, everyone from Coluna do Fla, Leo Jose, the great reporter, we're together.
Now, more players, also leaving the Emerson Royal Noble Hall. Ayrton, Lucas, Luis Araujo. I'll show it here as well, on the Coluna do Fla screen. The players have just arrived here at the Noble Hall, heading to their homes. Now, after the defeat against Lanús there, Arrasca noticed Everton Cebolinha next to him. Two players who started the match yesterday as starters. Emerson Royal, Ayrton, Lucas. Players leaving here from Galeão Airport, Lucas Paquetá. Another athlete passing through Galeão now after the defeat against Lanús, Luis Araujo, also a Flamengo forward, arrives there today. Now Danilo, an experienced Flamengo defender, also appearing here on the screen, a player who didn't play yesterday, spent about 90 minutes on the bench. Next, the Uruguayan trio Bela Cruz, Arrascaeta and Varela leaving the Galeão Very Important Person lounge together. From Flamengo's football, also passing by here is Eric Pugar, followed by Douglas Telles, and here is the Uruguayan trio. Leaving Galeão Airport, the Eric Pugar, the airport. Jose Aboto, Flamengo's football director, followed by Bruno Henrique. Number 27, the red-black player who didn't play yesterday in the final, spent about 90 minutes on the bench. Showing up here now on the Coluna do Flamengo screen. Next up, Vitão, Flamengo's signing for the 26th season. Followed by defender Leo Ortiz, also right now here, leaving the airport.
Leo Ortiz, who played as a starter alongside Leo Pereira in yesterday's match against Lanús in Argentina.
Left back Alexandre is with Gabriel Sheen, Flamengo's football supervisor and Flamengo's football manager. Here, also leaving the Noble Hall, Everton Araujo, a midfielder who has been receiving praise for his recent performances. Forward, Samuel Lino is another player now leaving the Noble Hall here at Galeão Airport. Rodrigo Caio, a member of Flamengo's permanent technical committee, is also leaving the airport. Now, players who are leaving here this morning will have the day off this Friday. Goalkeeper Diogo Alves, coach Felipe Luis is another member of Flamengo's technical staff now leaving the main hall. After Flamengo's arrival, coming back from Argentina, returning from Argentina after the defeat, where Flamengo will have to overturn this result to win the Recopa Sudamericana title at Maracanã next Thursday. Good morning.
And we had Arrascaeta talking about the issue. I'm actually going to bring Rossi from the mixed zone. I'm going to react here to some statements from Felipe Luis because they're unacceptable. Talking about the win, man. Talking about the win, for God's sake. It's surreal. Did Arrascaeta say that here, huh?
I have to change things for the second leg, huh? Today I don't know anything, right? But it's not time to talk, it's time to work, huh? And I won't be late.
I have to change a lot of things for the second leg at Debo. Nothing is certain. There are a lot of people talking, but it's not time to talk, it's time to work. Many say he's discussing Felipe Luis's tactics and liked his positioning. It's possible. Rafael Marquez over there said something else. He said that he's talking about the player's attitude. I also lean that way, that it's more about the player's attitude. Okay, that it's more about the player's attitude, right? And he's not talking about a change in the game methodology, but rather about the player's technical behavior on the field, the attitude, the technical behavior. And that, for me, also has to do with the day-to-day, man, a lot of things. So Arrascaeta had the courage to stand up, right? What's going on, huh? And we're also going to have Arrascaeta here in the mixed zone. I'll bring him here for you. And man, look at this. Felipe Luis agreed with the fans. Let's listen.
Listen to the ball. If you're not sharp, right?
The ball really wasn't dry.
Or there had to be a lot of wind.
A lot of wind.
Man.
Complained about the old wind. Felipe Luis's complaint about the wind is unacceptable. There was also credit to the opposing team, total credit to the opposing team, to your team, zero credit.
The coordinated attacking moves didn't work because we were never comfortable with the ball at our feet. And it's also the fact that our team lacks depth. It made the players lose the ball more often because it was too crowded there to play. Even by putting one more player in the middle, which was Arrasca, we couldn't create that superiority, so the players started losing confidence as the match went on.
A salary of $2.5 million. 2 million lost confidence, man. I wish I could lose confidence earning 2 million a month too. They lost confidence. Isn't it your job on the sidelines to push them too, Felipe?
Suffering more than we should. So now, like I said, it's about trying to adjust.
Try to adjust. You're at Flamengo. At Flamengo, you don't try, you do it. At Flamengo, you don't try, you do it. Your word should be, now we're going to adjust, not try, okay? I'm working hard to find solutions and to make the team feel better on the field.
Open, depending on the type of pressure the opponent also puts on us. The spaces are what I'm working to find solutions for. If you feel better in the games, if a team in your field, the space is behind. And that's where I say that sometimes our team is lacking depth and I'm trying to adjust and I'm trying.
This is bothering me a lot.
Meanwhile, I must find solutions with what I have. That's my job.
Man, trying, it bothers me a lot. He says trying really bothers me. Now I get it. Yeah, man. He says that the casting is always,
as I said other times with Boto and with the football director, who is the one who really does and plans all the casting. Of course, I take part. I believe so. He can play. Arrasca and Pedro could have played together, but I don't believe both are in the best physical shape to play such a physical game, as I expected it would be today. That's why I chose this lineup.
And why not? Everton Araujo is part of the squad building. He says again that it's Boto and so on. He tries to adjust later and all. He tries, right? Always tries, right? And why didn't you start with Everton Araujo, for example, knowing it was going to be a more physical game? It's unbelievable. And man, I saw the fan here. From Flamengo, everything about CRF posted, right? Flamengo players letting the Sapuca go.
2 days before the Recopa final, he was leaving the Sapuca, couldn't even stand up, just booze and partying.
Well, I don't know. I can't say, right? There, I can't say if the angry fans, showing the players leaving the Sapuca. So everything about CRF, okay, yeah, we can't say for sure that it really happened, right? The thing is, for me, it doesn't matter if it was. In this case, yeah, man, it's us. The thing is, there's no way to know what he was taking, what he was doing. The thing is, athlete, 2 days before traveling, you're partying like that. You're in the very important person box and all that. You can't, okay? That's not athlete behavior, okay? And there has to be someone inside Flamengo, a supervisor. There has to be someone to speak up. My friend, you can't do that. So you won't be included. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You're going to be fined. You can't. Oh, but I'm off, my friend, but you're an athlete. You can't. You're enjoying a very important person box the day before a trip to Argentina. That's how I see it. You might think I'm wrong, but to me, it's all wrong. Now with you guys, the mixed zone, and we're also bringing it here. Yeah. The players leaving the stadium, the moment they come out there. At Lanús Stadium,
the Flamengo players are starting to leave Lanús Stadium. Luis Araújo, Douglas Telles. Arrascaeta, thank you. Lino, talk to us for a bit. Lino Paquetá. Flamengo players have already spoken to the press. Coach Felipe Luis will come by now after the 1-0 defeat to Lanús. Good evening, Felipe. Good evening. Goalkeeper Ander, midfielder Everton Araújo, defender Vitão. Henrique Pulgar, forward Pedro, fullback Alexandre. Arrasca. Thank you.
Who were expecting this result tonight.
We came looking for the match, but unfortunately we didn't get the result.
You have to admit Flamengo was better than us?
In many aspects. Flamengo entered the second leg and matched the result.
And Flamengo better for the party of.
It was a better day. Nothing went as we had planned in the previous matches. As I said, we have to admit that we didn't do well and think that now it's the second leg. It hurts. It hurts.
Physically, do you think you're still coming back? Is that why you didn't play the second half? What's your condition for the fans who are following you?
No, I'm fine. We're coming back little by little. The schedule isn't very helpful, but that's just how it is. No one's to blame, as we've already discussed. Our mentality has to be much stronger for the next game.
Flamengo played a somewhat difficult game and Londres had several opportunities. They also had 2 goals disallowed before scoring their goal. Do you think the result reflected what happened in today's game?
It's obvious that we know we played a bit below what everyone expected and below what we expected as well. Nobody likes to lose, nobody likes to suffer, but it's a final and there's no easy final. Like I've always said, it's never easy to play in a final. But there are still 90 minutes left. We believe in what we can do at home with the support of our fans and in our own stadium there at Maracanã. There are still 90 minutes left. It's just 1 goal that takes us to penalties, 2 goals that give us the title. So that's it, win the game, and let's hope it's by more than 1 goal so we don't have to decide it on penalties. But believe and rest for Thursday's game, which is going to be very important, says Fosse.
I wanted you to talk a little about what the atmosphere was like in your locker room. And already thinking about a comeback that Flamengo needs to make at Maracanã next week. What did you guys say about the match and how to correct those mistakes so you don't repeat them at Maracanã and can go for a turnaround in Rio de Janeiro?
No, the first thing is to believe and compete, like I said. I think we played a little below our level, from fighting for the ball, from competing on the field like Flamengo did. We won the challenges. I think they deserve to win the game because they also created more than we did, but that's it. There's 1 game left, there's still a lot to go, and we have to improve to try to turn things around, which I think everyone wants.
I just asked Felipe Luis at the press conference, is the cup a necessity or an obligation for you?
It's always an obligation to compete for everything. It's an obligation to compete for everything because we represent Flamengo, and Flamengo always has to be fighting for everything. So it's to believe and improve for next Thursday's match, which will be decisive for us. God willing, with another title.
This one couldn't be won here at La Fortaleza, but what do you think was missing to win it here, and what do you think is missing, or what needs to be improved to win it over there?
Like just now, the attitude, trying to create more than the opponent. And obviously it's a final. It's never easy, but well, we have to trust and believe that we can turn this series around because it's just one goal. It's soccer and we're close, so let's wait and rest.
What did you expect and what did you see from Flamengo? What are your thoughts for the next match?
We know it's a team with great players, that's why they won the Libertadores. Well, obviously we have to try to play with this kind of focus, try not to give them space and make sure the result goes our way. Sasha, how are you?
Good evening.